Hi guys, today we are going to discuss a very important article which is Sustaining India's Low Fertility Future. It is important from our General Studies 1 paper. It is related to the topic of population and associated issues. Let's glance over what it is all about. The context is the sample registration system data, which points out that India's fertility rate has gone down to 1.9. The author also discusses that this is not a pan-India phenomenon. In some states, the fertility rates are still higher, whereas in some states like Tamil Nadu and Kerala, the fertility rates are low. And the author further explains the implications of it, what kind of challenges this is going to create for us, and what should be the way forward, and why it will be difficult for India to manage this problem in the context of the fiscal situation of the country. And he criticizes the social security programs and also gives very important data points which we should take note of, and what kind of healthcare problems are going to arise, and what our healthcare system should focus on, taking into account the increasing aging population. And lastly, he discusses about the issue of migration, the portability of the welfare schemes. Okay, so let's dive into it. The author says that the fertility rate has gone down to 1.9, which is below the global average of 2.2 and the replacement level of 2.1. But this is not a pan-India phenomenon. The rural fertility rate is around replacement mark, and the urban fertility rate has fallen down to 1.5. There are some states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal where the fertility rates are very low, 1.3. Whereas states like UP, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, the fertility rates are higher. So not all the states are facing the issue of low fertility. There are some states which are facing this problem, and there are some states which are still having high fertility rate. So what is the implication for India? इसका consequence क्या है? While some states are rapidly moving towards aging, others have a large cohort of labor force, a large cohort of young people. So in some states like Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Kerala, the proportion of aging people, or you can say old people, is going to rise. Whereas in UP, Bihar, the proportion of young people is going to increase. So there are two types of situations in India, and to deal with them we need to have different strategies. Okay, so in states where the population is going to age, there we need to focus on strengthening healthcare, income security, and on the other hand we need to strengthen productive opportunities for young workers, because young people are going to rise in states like Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. So we need to create economic opportunities for them. Whereas in states like Kerala, West Bengal, the focus should be on management of health of old people. That should be our focus. Providing them income security. The author says that it is difficult for India to manage this issue because India has fiscal constraints. Our per capita income is $2,800 and only 6% of the population is paying taxes. And to take care of an old population, a rising old population, we need more resources. On the top of that, majority of our population is working in the informal sector, which means that they don't have income security and they don't have pension, so they will be dependent on the government, and the government will have to take care of them. The author further criticizes our social safety programs like the Atal Pension Yojana and the National Social Assistance Program, because under the National Social Assistance Program, uh, an old person aged 60 and above gets a pension of 200 rupees per month, and for a person aged 80 and above, the pension is 500 rupees, which is inadequate. The author says that the problem is not only income security, it is also loneliness, which our elderly are facing. Also, because the family structure is changing. The joint family, which used to provide old age care to our people, that is disintegrating because of pressures like migration, urbanization, nuclear households. The young people are migrating to cities, and the elderly are living alone. There is nobody to take care of them. The author also highlights a very important data, which is by 2050, the elderly are going to rise to 1/5 of our population, which means 20% of our population by 2050 will comprise of elderly. And the Niti Aayog report also highlights a very concerning fact that 70% of our elderly are dependent. They don't have income security, they are not financially independent. So the government is bound to take care of them. Another point is that aging is going to increase the demand for geriatric care. So our focus should increase on management of healthcare issues that are faced by the elderly people, like hypertension, diabetes, dementia, disabilities, and palliative care. Okay, and lastly, the author discusses about migration. He says that the fastest aging states will require workforce from the younger states, means Tamil Nadu, Kerala, West Bengal, states which are having low fertility and increasing proportion of aging population. They will require workforce which is going to come from states like UP, Bihar, and these states should treat the migrants not as temporary laborers but as citizens who help sustain their economies and therefore deserve portable protection. The author further advocates that the entitlements of these migrant people should move with them, means they should be able to take the benefits of the welfare programs everywhere, not only in their home states, but where they work, they should be able to take the benefit. That is what portability means. The author makes conclusive remarks. The author says that India's low fertility future will be sustainable only if stronger public systems gradually assume responsibilities that large families once carried quietly. So, our future depends on how we are managing and taking care of the elderly population. I hope you